It's Beer O'Clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Buxton Brewery in Buxton in England, and this is a can of their Mantel Simcoe Sabro IPA, coming in at 5.4% ABV in a 440 milliliter can. It's been brewed with, of course, Simcoe and Sabro hops from America. I'm a big fan of Buxton. I've always been a big fan of the beers that they produce. The early days, Axe Edge was just incredible. I remember then a time being at a beer festival a few years later where they brewed a beer called Kingslayer. That had everybody talking about Buxton at that particular beer festival, because people say, what should I drink? What should I try? And the talk of that beer festival was Kingslayer by Buxton, and I tried it and it was just fabulous. Absolutely fabulous beer. So I got high hopes for this one. I picked it up in Sainsbury's. It was... Now this one, I'm pretty sure it was £3 a can. Pretty sure it was £3 a can. If it was £4 a can, then I sincerely apologise. But we got a 2-finger whitehead going on. I've had the beer a couple of weeks. The receipt went in the recycling weeks ago. Perhaps in a moment we'll go and grab the mobile phone and Google it up. Make sure, you know, get our facts right with the money situation. I know some of you in the comments box, you find it vitally important that I'm bang on with how much I pay for it, whether it's £3 or £4 a can. A pound's a lot of money for somebody, I suppose. Hazy, amberish coloured beer. Let's get the aroma. Certainly, not that it's a lot of money for people, but it's a lot of ingredients a pound, especially for one can of beer over a whole batch. It is, I mean, that's massive. Bit of coconut, bit of lime from the Sabro hop. Then it's really kind of like mixed fruits coming through from the Simcoe. Pineapple and grapefruit. It's a beautiful, beautiful aroma to this beer. It smells really good. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, yeah. That really is fabulous. Really, really lovely. Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows. What a lovely beer from Buxton. Carbonation pushes the beer on the inside of the mouth. You're just greeted with a crescendo of hops. From grapefruit and passion fruit and mango to a bit of lime to a bit of coconut. Nice. It's a nice like tangerine, orange peel, like bitterness on the back end. There's a sweetness to begin with to balance things out. There's a softness, I think. Well, it's Buxton water. So I can't imagine that they treated the water too much in this beer. But if they wanted to make it softer and they have treated it, then great for the brewery, because it's very important. The water in the beer will be the biggest ingredient of the whole beer by at least 85%. And maybe more than 85%. So if you're brewing with a hard water and you think, that'll be all right, that'll be fine, you know, then you're wrong, because these IPAs, they especially these kind of New England style IPAs, they're better off with soft water, with treated soft water, to get that lovely soft mouthfeel. and drinkability from the beer. So drinkable, so refreshing. A little bit of hop stickiness on the lips. There's a lot of hops in the beer. I'm just going to very quickly dash off screen, grab my phone, come back. Just want to double check because it is important to some. Buxton Mantel. Oh, it would help if I could spell. Right, it's actually an ASDA beer. It's not from Sainsbury's at all. It's from ASDA. So that means it'll definitely be £3. It'll definitely be a £3 beer. So there we go. It's not even in Sainsbury's. It's an ASDA beer. At least you know. And all the beers in ASDA were £3. This is definitely a £3 beer. And I got to be honest, well, I went on a shopping spree that day. I went to 4 different supermarkets. So to get one beer mixed up, different supermarkets, out of about 30-40 cans. I'm sure you can excuse me for that. It is £3. It's definitely £3. But what I will say is this is by far the best beer that has been available in ASDA. By a long mile. By a long mile. It's so juicy, it's so soft. It's not suffering from some of the other beers that I've picked up from ASDA where they've just not been great. They've just not kind of been stored correctly. It's just not been great beer. This is classic Buxton beer. And I mean, Buxton are now hedging their bets. They have beers in Tesco. They have beers in Morrison's. They have beers in ASDA. And it's beers that they make specifically a different beer for a different supermarket. So you won't find Mantel in Sainsbury's. You won't find Mantel in Tesco. You'll only find it in ASDA. And I find that, I don't know, quite a probably quirky way to go down the road of brewing beer, isn't it? To get an exclusive beer into ASDA and only sell it through ASDA. But I'm ready to rate it. Nice lacing. Nice carbonation on it. By far the best beer I've ever had from ASDA. So drinkable, so refreshing. For £3 a can is fabulous. I like it enough to give it a Stone the Crows 9 out of 10. So 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers!